Well, it's raining again. Alas, weather. It is our curse. Anyway, welcome back to story mode on PlayFrame and whatnot. So, gentlemen, how are we doing this soggy day? It pains me to think that men with such pure intent are being made to serve Ascian ends, however directly. But they're right. The people need heroes. Thus reminded of the urgency of our investigation, Urianger would press on. Right, of course. Though our respite was cut short, I dare say we are all eager to avail ourselves of such knowledge as the ruins may hold. Aye, and I doubt further contemplation of Elidibus's machinations will be conducive to relaxation. We may as well make for the split hole now. Works for me. It is going to be absolutely no less wet under the ocean. In fact, it will be drier under the ocean. And that's silly. Let's go have a dive in the ocean. Dry off. Ridiculous. Anyway, here we are. Hey, gang. Excuse me. Birds. Thank you, Henson. Okay, so, are we all ready for a swim? So, how much of a respite did you actually enjoy? Half a moment's? If that. Didn't last very long. It was a nice little chat, though, while we had it. We rested, didn't we, Durman? Technically. I guess. You arrived rather early. Are you certain you did as you were told? We did, technically. In the most literal sense. Keeping Bismarck. Surely it doesn't take this long to shake off a few loose stones. Someone's very impatient. Perhaps we ought to have clarified what Bismarck meant by a short while. To his mind, our whole lives might be as the blink of an eye. I love that you two are the least patient of our group, and it makes a lot of sense, actually. Anyway, I too am ready. All are present. Now we need but await Bismarck's coming. "'Tis time. Pray, make ready." Anamnesis Anyder is now accessible. Yes, a dungeon for us to do on our little sea excursion. And one which I don't need a group for. I can just use you guys. Who's coming with? I feel like Urianger and Y'shtola makes sense. Let me think on this, actually. Oh, okay. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure Thancred's the only one who can tank here. Well, maybe one of them can sort of fill whatever role you need. But given we're going to sort of a place of knowledge, seems like taking the old head scions makes a lot of sense. Definitely the two nerds at minimum, and then tank. So there you go. Team assembled. No. Try again.
Victory will be ours.
There we go. Yes. Nerd squad is here and ready. So, let's see now. Anamnesis Anyder, which is there. Anamnesis Anyder. Deep in the Tempest, deeper still than the phantom Amarat of Emmet Selk's design, lies what remains of Anyder's ancient edifices. It is to an unexplored corner of this bed of knowledge that the Scions now travel, in hopes that what has long slumbered forgotten may be brought to the surface once more. Let's see if we can in fact do that. Come along, gang! I love how much more creative the dungeon layouts and, like, premises are. It's been going that way for a while, I suppose, but it's cool seeing, like, hey, this one starts with you riding on Bismarck.
To the depths.
Mayhap 'twas Bismarck with whom I ought to have bargained. For heaven's sake. Well, come on, gang.
These are poor neighbors indeed.
I feel like the whale's having fun. Ooh, and what swinging jams. There we go. Oh.
The time has come to part with these interlopers.
Such ease of motion despite his size. It's truly a wonder. I'm certainly glad for Bismarck's preparation now.
The walls fall. We must hurry.
Yipes. Bismarck, I'm going as fast as I can. Yeah. The force of it. 'Twas nigh overwhelming.
We were fortunate, but what is all this?
What? Just stay on your feet this time, please.
All that I have and more I bring to bear.
There we go. Well, it's been a long time since I did this one. Forgot about all the cool ocean spectacle.
Tiresome creatures.
They're pretty, but yes, I'm inclined to agree. There we go.
There it lies. I give you my breath.
Thank you. Wow. Cool.
Your wish is granted. Go, little wanderers.
Our deepest gratitude, Great One. Yes, thank you, Big Whale. Let's start exploring this waterlogged place. And fight our first boss. Unknown. Pretty good. And ugly. Never have I seen the like. I vaguely feel like I have. None of these bosses are going to be too bad. This one will occasionally spawn danger puddles filling almost the whole floor, and then spin this little arrow around, and wherever the arrow lands, oh boy, it's gonna do a big AoE in front of it. So you want to choose the right little gap between all the danger puddles, and then don't stand in front of it when it does the big luminous ray. Because of that reason. And then eventually it will spawn in another buddy who will do a big beam in front of him. Here, which, not ideal. But, oh, you're gonna do it in that little nook again. Okay. And now there's two to deal with. So we're just going to have to deal with these same mechanics coming from two of them for more or less the rest of the fight. Compared to all the raids and whatnot we've been doing, though, scarcely a challenge. The design does feel vaguely familiar, like some monster design from one of the old Final Fantasies. Might just be my imagination. And there you go. Some manner of harrowing, perhaps. Might similar creatures dwell beneath the seas of the source? Goodness, I hope not. Or if they do, they can keep it. The ocean, I mean, they can have it. The similarities to Amarot are undeniable. It does look like a much more waterlogged, old, ruined, sort of like ancient structure, and still lit up in places, which is cool. I mean, considering. There we go, although I see something much less pleasant to look at up ahead. Yeeps. Let's make this not B anymore, please. Fun seeing the old Final Fantasy XI leeches again, though, with a new coat of paint. Always a fan. And problem solved. Good. I think our poor little boy is just fated to never have dry socks again. The tragedy of Durman. Okie dokie. I do love that they did choose to set this particular ancient structure like outside of Emmett Selk's illusion space. Especially given we already did kind of wander through, at this point, a couple of dungeon areas set within that illusion. It's nice having one that's just actually showing the wear of time. Just for the variety. All right. I sense another boss ahead. Probably. Eventually. Visions of Eld attend to us now, in channeling ether through the crystal. I think we've passed the point of theory. Cyclops! So this is a big brawler-type boss, and we kind of fought a handful of these scattered here and there. Gotta look out for Eye of the Cyclone there when I get in close to avoid the big donut AoE.
I will not hold back.
Then you're going to be watching for these. The floor is going to be filled with swords and hammers or axes. I don't know really what that is exactly, but whoop, get close. They're going to go off in the order they were placed. So stand on the second one first. No, don't point at me. It's using all of its moves basically back to back here. But then there's also, yeah, this big 2000 minus swipe where you kind of just have to watch either the attack name or just the animation where they're reeling back for the big swipe and just don't stand in front of it. But okay, here come the blades and the hammers. Terrible hammer is what it's called. Okay, blades are going to go off first this time. Oop. Stack markers. Guys, you're standing on the blade part. Please don't stand on the blade part. There we go. And then a big... Oh! That one was an attack that was close by. I was not watching the names of the moves close enough. Sloppy. These enemies would definitely be dying faster if I was better at Dancer. Which you'd think I would be by now with all this practice. Oh well. An impressive concept, to be certain. We might learn much if more such crystals are to be found within. And it kind of looks like there are. I'm actually a little worried being in here now. One crystal turned into that outside. Why, this could take a lifetime of study. I probably should have read that with more barely concealed excitement. I sense zero dread in her emotions at looking at all of this. Oh, we are going to have to drag her kicking and screaming out of this place when we're done with our business here. She will not be happy. Yoink. It's quite pretty down here, as laboratories go. Come unto flesh, O forgotten form. So with these guys, if you can manage to take out these little summoners here, they will not succeed in conjuring an enemy out of the crystal. But if you fail to do so, well, then you have to deal with some little nightmares. But that's okay, they're fairly small as nightmares go. Look how tiny these nightmares are. It's nothing to be scared of. See? Easy peasy. Let's get out of here. and do a little bit more looting. Lab looting. The most scientific kind. Come unto flesh, O forgotten form. Oh, goodness, 3 of them. Don't think we're taking more than one of these out in time. Most likely. Ah. Oh. Bigger nightmares. Oh no. They found our weakness.
Going to leave a mark.
Keep your guard up.
There we go. Come on, gang. I think we're nearing final boss time out here. Oh, yeah, we are. Quite the arena, too. Merciless Matriarch, Logsdon. Cool looking. Everyone ready? She plans to fight us herself. How efficient. You're trying to sneak a fish pun in there, I just know it. I saw you. Your kind has never given of its treasures willingly. Your lives will be no different. That's pretty good trash talk, actually. All right. You know nothing of the depths. Nothing! So, you see this little strip of water here? The boss is going to conjure hands out of it. The hands are going to come slapping down wherever they're facing. Then the boss is going to do this little cross-shaped thing that you also want to avoid. We're really going to want to watch out for those little strips of water and pay close attention to which direction the hands are facing when they pop up. Oh, also there's these grates. I might get to this one in time, maybe, but if I don't... Ah, made it. Okay, if we stand on the grates when they're frothing like that, then we will prevent an ad from joining the fight. Making our own lives just a little easier. All right, now we got 2 of these water strips across from each other. Watch for the hands. Oh boy. Hope those are gonna go off first. Eee! Run! It's a pretty narrow window they give you. Oh, we got more ripples. Lots more ripples. Way more than we have people to stand on. But also we got hands. Okay guys. Fine. I'll stand on this one. No. The ad got out anyway. Fortunately, when the hands slap down, they will also defeat and destroy whatever ad pops out of the grate in front of them. Stack up! So you can still manage to strategize to not have any ads pop out if you're good and quick, which I was not. Learn from my example. Oh no.
We shall overcome this.
Nearly got this fight wrapped up though. Hands. Many hands. Okay, run! Run, but continue dancing. There we go. And that's the dungeon. Ah, welcome back, kiddos. Did you three have fun, left without a babysitter? You didn't throw any wild parties, did you? On the whale? Come now, she was maniacal. Hey. Hey, Alphino, snap out of it. Hey. I'm talking to you. The remaining Benthos may struggle, bereft of leader. If there were more guards, they're to be here by now. That was all of them? Every last one? 'Tis a boon we find this sanctum intact. And you, I imagine, are just sort of transfixed by the everything. We may at last turn our attention to investigation. Oh, I know you have been waiting for that. Okie dokie. Let's continue.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
Thank you all for joining us at Anyder in these most perilous of times. By the summoning of Zodiark have we been granted a reprieve. Yet, immutable as the laws he has woven may seem, they will not serve to forestall our doom. Nay, should we continue down this path, our fate will be the same. I said as much to the convocation, of course, but the stubborn fools turned a deaf ear to my warnings. I had hoped that the defector, at least, would side with us, but I regret to report our overtures have gone unanswered. Whither tend your thoughts, Venat? Where you lead, we will follow. I shall not speak ill of the convocation. They too seek only to secure the future of our star. Yet it is plain they will not countenance a permanent solution. That being the case, we must ask ourselves a simple question. Are we prepared to pursue our chosen course, even should it mean suffering the eternal condemnation of our brethren? If so, I see no further reason to demur. Let us bring forth the light that shall ever keep the darkness in check.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Emmet Selk never uttered the name, speak though he did of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained, and to that end did they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image?
Twere the big glowy thing what did it.
The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
Vina, please. Why must it be you? If I may speak plainly, I would sooner it were another, any other. You are our leader. None can take your place. You know as well as I that but few support our cause. Far fewer than they who place their faith in Zodiark. If Hydaelyn is to stand a chance of opposing him, I am the only one who might suffice as her heart. Rest assured, however, I shall not vanish from this world. The form I take shall ever remain my choice. Then I will press you no more. Only know this, you will be sorely missed. I wonder, is this how the Convocation felt about Elidibus?
What? Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiark's heart?
7 hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
An increasingly interesting question, yes. I'd always assumed Elidibus to be of the same ilk as La Habrea and Emet Selch. But if the real Elidibus sacrificed himself before the Sundering, it makes no sense. That this facility shared intimate ties with the Academia Anyder may readily be discerned from the common element in their names. Based on mine observations, it's like that the forms housed here were conveyed unto the Academia only when required, and thence returned for safekeeping. Yet such procedural minutiae are of largely academic interest, I concede. 'Tis unto the parties which did frequent these institutions that our thoughts should rightly turn, specifically the followers of Vina and the Convocation of 14, to say naught of the matter of Elidibus. Well put. And there I was thinking immortal was bad. Would someone explain to me how we're meant to kill a being that doesn't technically exist? Do you think we might be able to activate the device again? I should like to hear how those discussions ended. Me too, actually. Hey, turn it back on. The device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetherite. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. Yes, please. No response. Confound it. If I may, milady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow. That it doth so no longer may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. Given how long it has lain dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. That may be, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. the white-robed emissary hath ever named himself Elidibus. Yet, if the shade spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be ere even the sundering came to pass. This calleth to mind a truth that Emet-Selch did once reveal in passing, that the names by which we know our foes are not those given to Ascians at birth. Rather, they are titles of office, afforded to individuals of merit at such time as the role becometh vacant. Perchance the Elidibus at Zodiac's heart and the emissary with whom we are acquainted be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor. It's possible. If the previous Elidibus perished before the final days, the one we know could still be a survivor of the Sundering. And yet, something in that explanation rings false. I will remain for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There's more to learn here, I can feel it. In matters of etherology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt surely find it. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. She did weasel away into staying down here. You may now enter the right. She's so happy, giddy down there. Answers never did come to us tied neatly with a bow. We'll get to the bottom of things eventually. While it is true our findings have raised more questions than they have answered, it's not impossible that Y'shtola will gain access to additional records. And if nothing else, we have spared Yulmore from invasion. That's true. Glass half full. I like it. Hopefully, this will make the Benthos think twice before raiding the stores of their fellow Ondo again. Does she really not mind working alone? Kind of seems like she prefers it, actually. Urianger presumably has some idea as to what you might usefully do while Y'shtola pursues her investigations in Anamnesis Anyder. Can we but uncover Elidibus's true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Y'shtola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. He'll no doubt wish to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are. That's a good idea. To the Crystarium, then. Oh, taking me right there. And there's not even a typhoon happening right now. You spoil me, game.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time, but a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
I did deliver many a pretzel. People, chocobos, plant life. Name a classification of life form, and I've helped every sort. Maybe even some dead things. Probably at some point, statistically.
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
Oh. The weather did catch up to me. Great.
What's happening to the sky?
Wicked White. Oh no.
By the 12.
A star shower.
I hear a voice.
You and all? And why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back! What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, a hero?
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion, apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the Echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Hydaelyn is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Hydaelyn, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto. Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the Echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
An intriguing turn. So if I'm not mistaken, I think we've now just about reached the point where the main story had gotten around the time I started doing this story mode playthrough. And I only say that, I remember that because in that 1.0 primer I made, when I sort of detailed the events that had happened in Final Fantasy XIV before the A Realm Reborn overhaul reboot of it, when I got to the detail about the fact that your Warrior of Light does start seeing a meteor shower pretty early on in your story, and that's the point where you start hearing the Echo and you start being able to witness past events and just all these other things. That's when you're given the gift. A lot of people, in seeing that and being reminded of the fact that, oh geez, that was a story detail in this game from the very, very beginning. The fact that it sort of seems to match what our villain is claiming had various people sort of like, oh no, unnerved, or impressed, or both. I remember lots of that reaction at the time. Wild years later that we've finally reached this point, and that the that the game's main story has then progressed on another couple of expansions since, but you know, It did remind me of it. Amarant, I mean. All the fear and the sadness. Unsettling though this is, I'm certain our friends in the Guard will use the Echo well. Or with good intentions, at least. I'm confident of that too. Though I like not what it portendeth. Having been treated to so unambiguous a demonstration, I cannot well conclude aught but that star showers are indeed instrumental in awakening the Echo. Yet we need not attribute such credence to all that Elidibus hath claimed. That he too seeketh this star's salvation, for one. Yeah, I don't know if we have to believe him on that part. And there he goes again. Though I don't suppose he would have given us an honest answer about his history had he stayed. Also true. You look deep in thought. The more Elidibus reveals, the less I understand. But that he has made a fine mess of things is plain. He is gone, then. I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Young Thaler, or Tyler, really should pick a way to go on that one, and Vonard among them, I'm sorry to say. They have quit the Guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well. Whatever Elidibus's plans for them might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the Echo. And it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree. Though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken, the men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth. Warriors of light. Ardbert. Yourself, most of all. And so I would ask a favor of you. Speak with them ere they embark on their journey, and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set off for the Amaro launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, Raban took the time to usher you out into the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters Thaler and Vonard, but the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the Warrior of Darkness himself to see them off. This is a good suggestion, you guys. If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Anamnesis to us. The nerds are on the job. I shall go give pep talks, which I have much more experience and practice with. Let's hurry and catch them before they leave. Guys, don't leave. Tyler, I'm just going to start calling you Tyler now. It might be Taylor, but well, Taylor actually also kind of works. I like Taylor, actually. Let's go with that. Anyway, don't leave yet. Get pep talked first. Where in Amarang? I mean, you know, around. Somewhere. You again? I mean, it's you, sir. Sorry, it's been a funny old day. Look at you guys all dressed up for heroism. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it. You coming all this way just to speak to us? I swear we won't let you down. So long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs doing out there, no matter how small. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. Strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. It's very Raban words. Or, oh, what are you waiting for? Get out there. This is much more a Derman energy. But I do quite like the idea of him trying to pass on the early encouragement he got from Raban and borrowing those words for the occasion. That's quite nice. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness. And thank you. They'll be all right. They're a lot better geared, and dressed for that matter, than I was at level 10. Anyway, who do I need to go talk to? Crystal Exarch, of course. Actually, on second thought, there is still a fair bit of story left to do here. I don't think we're going to be finishing the 5.2 story today, or if we did, it'd be like a 2-hour episode. So instead, let's call it, and we will do the rest of this next time. Thank you all ever so much for watching, and I will see you next time for the rest of the 5.2 story. Goodbye!